Hey, what's up YouTube? My name is Carolyn and welcome to my channel. I hope you're having a great day. Today we're going to be talking about the Oliver Brewing Company's Integrity, Howling for the Nightmare Shall Consume. Sounds like a heavy metal album of some sort, doesn't it? If you're interested to see how this review goes, keep on watching. Before we get started in today's episode, if you like beer and you like makeup as much as I do and you like just playing around with makeup, hit that subscribe button. I put out Beauty and Brew episodes every Saturday, typically around 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So if that sounds like something you're interested in, I hope to see you guys subscribe. Help me get to 100 subscribers because that is my goal by the end of this year. So let's go ahead and start this review. Just so you guys know, all products are going to be listed down below, and if you would like to follow me on any social media platforms, my information is going to be there as well. So I'm going to go ahead and crack this beer open and give you a nice little close-up shot of that so you can see it. And while I do my makeup, we're going to be using the Colourpop Baroque palette, this one right here, and we're going to be using that to create a very dark, kind of moody blue look, which I'm very excited about because I'm in love with like these dusty blues. I was actually, fun fact, I was gonna get this kind of blue tone in this palette right here, like this blue mixed with like this bluish gray here, and I was going to get that filled in on my sleeve, on my forearm, but I just haven't done it yet, so fun fact there. But let's go ahead and crack this beer open. I'm also drinking juice that I made. It's actually quite good, you know, mixing a little alcohol with some goodness at the same time. It's actually really good, I'm not gonna lie. We got celery, we got carrots, we got half of a huge cucumber, we got romaine, we got spinach, and we got lime juice, and one Granny Smith apple. The apple really takes it to the next level. It's not so like vegetable-like. It's actually really good. It's actually helping my skin clear up quite a bit because I did it yesterday as well. So that's cool. I like juicing now. That was kind of a bad pour, but making a mess per usual. All right, we're just gonna chill there for a minute. So yeah, the can in itself is really cool. It's dark, it's blue, it's moody, just like I mentioned. Just so you guys understand, though, with a typical Belgian blonde ale, they are like somewhat hoppy, somewhat malty, and typically should be pretty balanced in flavors. This one is 6.5% ABV. And this brewing company was founded in 1993, and they're based out of Baltimore, Maryland. There's very specific tastes that I'm getting from this. And I'm not going to say it just yet because I really want to get a full experience tasting this beer. And it kind of mixed really well with that juice that I just showed you guys too. So I'm going to go ahead and take the shade. This is called BB. I'm not entirely sure what the concept behind this collection was inspired by, but I really like the blue tones in this one. So typically with Belgian blonde ales, they are pretty easy to drink and have a low but pleasing hoppiness. So if you like hoppy, but you don't like too hoppy, Belgian ales are a pretty good choice to pick when you're out and about if you're not quite like an IPA fan. This typical style is not too hoppy in comparison to a Belgian triple or a golden strong ale, which those are going to be quite strong in ABV level and strong in flavor. It's going to be quite bitter on the palate. Untapped states that this particular beer is similar to the Lost Abbey Devotion Belgian Ale. I've had that one before. That's why, you know, it said, hey, this is similar to this. I'm not really one to just like pick a Belgian ale out immediately. If I were to see it at a restaurant, I would most likely go to a session IPA or a sour. Those are my two I really prefer. This beer is pretty good so far. It has a distinctive honey flavor to it. Typically with them, it's gonna have a little bit of a spice there too, kind of similar to like a wheat ale. If you're familiar with like Blue Moon, it's got a little bit of that citrus and fruity notes in there, which Belgian ales ales are similar to. There's quite a little bit of fallout in the pan on this eyeshadow palette, but I heard really good things about it. I'm gonna go ahead and stick that in the outer corner. Now I'm just taking that lighter shade again, and I'm gonna go ahead and kind of try to mix those two together a little bit more. On Untappd, this is rated about like a 3.5 star. I feel like Belgian blonde ales are not particularly very popular when it comes to beer drinkers, and there's nothing wrong with that. I feel like Belgian blonde ales are a very specific palate that you'd have to have in order to really enjoy them. So I'm just bringing that along my entire lid and just blending it into the lighter color. Next color, I'm gonna go ahead and take the shade Stunna. I'm gonna go ahead and pack that into the outermost portion of my eyelid and kind of deepen that up. This is a Colourpop E9 brush, I believe. Take that lighter shade of blue, that BB color, and I'm gonna go ahead and just buff those together, make a nice gradient. I'm gonna go ahead and take that darker color Stunna, and I'm gonna go ahead and go on the lower lash line here. It's kind of patchy. I like this palette because it's so pretty and different and unique. And so I'm just gonna take on a shader brush and see if I can blend that in a little bit more. This particular style in this brew is created and fermented with Bastania yeast, dry hopped with Cyterian golden and lemon drop hops. The characteristics of lemon drop hops alludes to green tea, descriptors lemon, mint, and a slight melon flavor. Yeah, I would say this beer is definitely giving me like green tea vibes with a good bit of honey in there. Overall, the aroma is slightly sweet, and it is about a medium body. I wouldn't say it's too heavy. It's pretty light and very drinkable. I don't get too much of a hoppiness, but I do get a slight maltiness in the aftertaste. All right, I'm gonna take that lighter shade BB and mix that in with that darker shade Stunner. I'm gonna take a large shader brush from the Luxie set, and I'm gonna go ahead and take the shade, this really pretty, I'm gonna take both of these, I think, and try to use those. I'm gonna use this on the outer corner primarily, and then these three, this row right here. It's a really pretty palette. You could literally do like a few different looks with it for sure. Take that large shader brush, and we're gonna take the shade Noble. We're gonna apply that to the inner corner, the inner eye, the inner eyelid. Ooh, has that really? It's like a duochrome almost, and that's the main reason why I bought this palette. Next, I'm gonna go ahead and take the shade Ritzy. I'm gonna do that in the inner corner, see how this shows up. I got some of the Colourpop gel liners with the sets. I've been dying to get the Colourpop eyeliner sets, like the gel liner. Man, they were hard to come by, seriously. I'm gonna go ahead and take the shade Silver. I'm gonna go ahead and do the inner corner, the inner waterline of my eyes. I like that silver one for sure. They're not bad. I definitely think that they're inexpensive in comparison to other liners that you could get from like any other makeup brand. But yeah, I think that looks pretty neat. And then I'm gonna take the shade. What shade is this? This is Hustla, and I'm gonna go ahead and line the line of my eyelashes on the top of the lid. They glide really easily on the lid. You just have to be super gentle with them. Beautiful. So there's one eye done. I'm gonna go ahead and do the other eye off camera, and then I'll be right back. All right, so quick synopsis of today's episode of Beauty and Brews. I really do enjoy this beer. It's a Belgian style blonde ale at 6.5%. Brewed by Oliver Brewing Company, based out in Baltimore, Maryland. And this was a beer in collaboration with the Disciples Magazine Metal and Beer Festival, which maybe one day I'll go to if they ever have live events again. But this is called Integrity. Howling for the nightmare shall consume, like a heavy metal album of some sort. And it's definitely suiting. Just curious as to why they picked a Belgian blonde ale for their heavy metal and beer festival. It's an interesting pick, and I guess they're trying to stay away from an IPA, which are very typical, but who knows? If you attended this festival before or know anything about why they would have chosen a Belgian style blonde ale instead of something else like a stout, maybe, who knows? I think this is a great take on a Belgian style beer. Overall, you can see the color is like an amber orange color. It's cloudy. It's a light to more medium body. It has a little bit of hint of spice. It's so balanced. It's got a nice maltiness, a nice bitter hoppiness to it, and overall it's a really easy beer to drink. So hope you guys check this beer out. Definitely let me know if you've ever had it in the comments below. Let me know if you like this particular eye look. Does it look like the can? I think it looks pretty darn fucking sweet. So if you've enjoyed this video, don't forget to give it a big old thumbs up on your way out. And if you aren't subscribed to the channel, go ahead and hit that subscribe button, and I'll catch you guys next time on the next episode of Brews. Bye.